if you as a man are not where you supposed to be in life, take women out of your equation. Like when I wasn't getting or when I didn't have shaking, the last thing on my mind was me on a female. Every day I woke up, I was trying to improve my situation to the point where I went to grad school. I did everything that I could to improve my situation. I wasn't dealing with no woman. I didn't have a woman on my mind because I knew me ain't gonna solve shit. It's gonna feel all right, but it ain't gonna solve. And that's the problem. Too many men think that getting the woman they want is gonna magically make life better. And it's like, no, the ain't. Even if let's say the modern woman no longer exists and everybody's now doing everything that the manosphere wanted to do. If you still fucked up, what's really changed? You got a submissive woman that's doing everything that she can for you, but you still fucked up as a man. What's changed?
I just want to be a better example than I have been. You know what I'm saying? So, and I can admit to that. That's all it is with me.
Yeah.
But Movie J is very beautiful, right?
Oh, dude, that was so sweet. Don't mind the water. I'm my son in the tub, so I'm sitting there.
That was funny. But nah, and see, that's what the male space should be about. Because, like, all right, take me for example. I have
Yeah,
similar stories to a lot of these dudes. I didn't have a lot of women when I was coming up. But for me, I
yeah.
always understood why. And I
Mhm.
always understood that my shit was a journey. Like, bro, I was fucked up for the most part throughout all of my 20s.
I'm listening, Quan. Keep going. I'm about to run to the kitchen, but I'm listening.
I was couch hopping from one couch to the next. Like I legit was going through it. And it's like for me, looking back, I could have had women, but I didn't want to have no girlfriend going through the shit that I was going through. Because it's like I don't like putting people through the fucking grinder. I don't like putting people through the struggle. And it's like I know me when I'm not able to do what I need to do for the other person. So it's like I'd rather take a warrior approach to a lot of my problems and be like, look, I'm a deal with me. If
Right.
I don't have something in life, I'm gonna deal with that shit. I'm not gonna get on here and make excuses as to, oh well, women don't see me or the women are ignoring me or da 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 da. Like I don't have what I feel as though I should have as a man, and that's the reason why I don't have it. That shit is on me. But at the same time, I never did not have the ability to get what I wanted because I always could get what I wanted. It's just I didn't want to get something under the circumstances that I was in.
That's very non-selfish of you. I'll be honest. Like I done been in a relationship before where it was like, damn, just we struggled together. We was young and it was, you kind of don't realize when you're young. Sometimes I left the house when I was 19.
Yeah.
So I didn't have everything I need to establish. I did go to college and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
it was not just like a cakewalk. My family didn't come from like a whole bunch of money or nothing. We live a middle class life, but when you go on your own, you don't want to ask, as a woman, you don't want to ask your mom for stuff or your dad for stuff.
Facts.
If you're trying to take, I have a bad habit of trying to overcompensate.
Yeah.
So
And a
like,
lot of
if
women
man not
do.
doing their part, I do my part. I done had a job since I was 16.
And see, a lot of women suffer from that, and that's
Yeah.
the issue with a lot of black women.
And it
And it's
holds
like,
us back. Like it does, because we do want to try to help. But I do admire you for saying not wanting to put somebody through that struggle, because that shit is That shit is hard, man.
And that's why most relationships fail anyway. Because at the end of the day, if all you have to offer is your struggle, you already starting off on a bad. Because I believe in foundation. If your foundation is we just going through the struggle and the mud and this, that, and the third, then it's like you already starting backwards. You should be trying to present your best to somebody. And for me, if I wasn't able to present my best to somebody, then I'm gonna work to get into a position where I am at my best because that's what I want to present. And see, a lot of
I wish
people,
more men was like you, Quan, and live
yeah, a
where I
lot of
live.
people don't approach it from that way. It's like we want motherfuckers that struggle with us, and it's like, no, that's so ass backwards.
Man,
That's
and
so
where I'm from, I'm telling you, a lot of the women that I know or have known, they might not be doing it now. I ain't doing that shit now either, because I done did it. I've done it in the past. It's different if you with your man and he lose his job, he gets sick, something happens where he can't provide. That's a whole different story. But when you're dealing with like a situation where a man just hasn't fully blossomed, or he's just not as motivated as you, that's
Mhm.
hard as fuck. Cause I'm always been a type. I've always worked 2 jobs. I've always had hustle in me. It's never a time where I'm just working one job, and I'm always trying to find a way to make some money. That's
Yeah,
just me. It's just natural to me. When I was 15, I was writing down jobs, calling places like, I got a worker's permit. I couldn't get hired nowhere because they didn't want to hire me. But
yeah,
I was that dedicated. So
yeah,
that's why I'm saying, like, it's hard for me to, when you're dealing with somebody that don't have that same hustle, or like these guys who their moms kind of baby them. That's why, like, with my
yeah,
son, I'm not doing that shit. Like, I love my baby to death. I'm gonna be here to no end. But
yeah,
I want him to know you have to get out there and you have to get it, baby. Ain't
yeah.
nobody gonna hand
You gotta
shit to
work.
you ever.
You gotta work, and it's like for me,
Yeah.
that's the black community, bro. It's dysfunctional, and it's like for
Yeah.
me, I made that determination in my 20s that I wasn't gonna be in no dysfunctional relationships. Because guess what? I can get with that 8, 9, or 10. I can get with her,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, if all I have to provide is dysfunction, I
Mm-hmm.
don't even want to even insert myself into that. I'm
Right.
here with my own dysfunction,
Right.
solve that shit first, and then now when I'm presenting myself, I'm not presenting chaos. See, that's the problem. A
Exactly.
lot of dudes, all they got to offer is chaos, and
Yeah.
get mad when shit goes south. And it's like, dude, you don't present nothing but your struggle.
Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of men out here that be like, I don't want to work for so and so. I need to work for myself. Okay, that's 100% fine. My daddy the same way. My daddy decided he didn't want to work for nobody, but you know what he did? He went to school and he decided to have his own shit. So
Yeah,
it's not, you can't just sit there and say I don't want to work for nobody and not do shit and stay stagnant. You got to come up with a plan.
yeah, and
And I think
see,
a lot of men get caught up in that middle ground, like I ain't gonna do what so and so said, or the white man world, or I don't want to be a sheep. I
yeah,
100% get that, but you have to have a fucking plan. You can't just do not nothing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, and like what a lot of people that do is they be like, oh, I don't want a woman that can go through the hard times with, and it's like, nah, fam. That's why we so messed up as a community now, because
Man,
we believe in taking good people and grind them through the mud.
exactly.
We grind people through the mud, and then when we finally get somewhere, we look across and wonder why everybody's so angry.
Yes.
Nigga, I done had to endure all of this fucked up shit just to get to this point. When
And then
you
they be
could just,
cheating, Quan. They be cheating and shit. All
you know
kind
what
of
I'm saying?
bullshit
It's
going
like,
on.
nah, I'd rather thug this shit on my own because at the end of the day, I equate being a man into being a warrior. When the
Right.
warrior went out and it was time to take care of business, he wasn't with no woman. He went and
Right.
took care of business by himself. And then when he came back from the mission, then he was able to celebrate with the village.
Yeah.
Take care
Yeah,
of this.
today men want credit for doing the shit that they supposed to do, bro. It's low key asinine to
But
be
you know what,
perfectly honest.
Daryl? I've had a boyfriend in the past tell me when I struggle with him, and I
Mm.
tried to, because I've always been in relationships. Like from high school, I had my first relationship.
Same here.
College, same, full relationship. I ain't
Yeah,
never been just an outside girl, like high girl, summer girl. So I've had got like my ex tell me before, you want a cookie for something that you do, and I'm thinking to myself like, nigga, you don't even have a you don't even got a job. You going from job to job. You steady losing jobs. Can't get to work on time. Can't keep a car. Cars get repo. All kind of bullshit. And I'm here trying to help support you through that shit. And you talking to me crazy.
and
And
that's
that's
what I'm
why. That's
saying.
why I started being nuts, y'all. That's why I started carrying weapons and stuff.
That's what I'm saying because look, this is how people work. To be honest with you, people that receive help will hate you for helping them. They will low key hate you for the fact that you are able to help them in something they couldn't help themselves do. That's why, for the most part, most people would rather be able to do for themselves than to receive help from somebody else. Because as a man, you supposed to they've already feel in their head like, yo, I'm supposed to be doing this by myself. I got my girl helping me with through this. They already feel some kind of way about that.
Exactly. And I think some men actually feel comfortable relying on their women. And I think like I said, it's I didn't grow up in a household like that. I saw my daddy get up and take his ass to work every day. Even when he got laid off or whatever may have happened. I've never seen my daddy sit on the couch and play video games. Ever. Like just not doing shit. So it's hard when when you grow up in a house. My grandpas, my great grandpas, my uncles. My uncle got his own. One of my uncles got his own construction business. He build decks. He do like shower, like your interior, like all that like your interior and your showers, your flooring. He do
Correct.
all that. He got his own business. So I'm used to being around men like that. So
Yeah,
when you bring me somebody that don't want to work, and especially from me coming from a woman I literally used to go to work from 8 to 4, and then work from 5 to 11:30 every day, Monday through Friday. You
that's
can't give me no excuses, bruh.
Hey,
Ever.
Twan, let me give you a real story, dog. When I got out of jail, right, I did a little small bid. It wasn't nothing real big or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got out, and one of my exes, her name, I'm gonna call her Jay. I'm not gonna say her name. Crazy body. When I say hypersexual, being around her was just too much of a distraction, and she knew this. But she would like coddle me. You can stay here. You can get pussy. I'll make you food. You ain't gotta go work. I'm not trying to do. I'm not. I can't do that. So what I ended up doing was I got a job at Amazon. You know what I'm saying? I could have easily at the time went call my pops, can I come pick up the F-150 or like one of his vehicles and take it to work. What I did, bro, was I bought my own motherfucking I bought a bike until I got my license back. And nigga, I would bike like 9 miles to work, bro.
yeah,
You feel me? So niggas be making excuses about getting to the bag, and I'm not really with that. Like, if I got responsibilities, it's my responsibility to to see that shit through. That's the way I look at it, bro.
yeah. And that ain't got shit to do with a woman. That's my problem, bro. Like, man, if you ain't where you supposed to be at, that ain't got shit to do with no woman. That's
And if you want a woman that look like Mover J, you're gonna have to pay for it. It's
I
just that
don't
simple.
man, at the end of the day, but like even beyond just attracting women, bro, if you as a man are not where you supposed to be in life, take women out of your equation. Like when I wasn't getting the bitches or when I didn't have shit shaking, the last thing on my motherfucking mind was me fucking on a female. Every day I woke up, I was trying to improve my situation to the point where I went to grad school. I did everything that I could to improve my situation. I wasn't dealing with no woman. I didn't have a woman on my mind because I knew me fucking this bitch ain't gonna solve shit. It's gonna feel all right, but it ain't gonna solve shit. And that's the problem. Too many men think that getting the woman they want is gonna magically make life better. And it's like, no, the fuck it ain't. Even if let's say the modern woman no longer exists and everybody's now doing everything that the manosphere wanted to do. If you still fucked up, what's really changed? You got a submissive woman that's doing everything that she can for you, but you still fucked up as a man. What's changed? So it's like you damned if you do, damn if you don't. Like for me, it's about men doing what they supposed to do for themselves. You get yourself together and then you pursue the woman.